Okay, calm down.
This is an interesting question from TTLD Forever. Chris, how can we have empathy for those that appear to have no empathy? How do bigots become redeemable? How do we show them grace, for instance? You're getting all the easy questions tonight.
You can't help a person that doesn't want to help themselves. You can't care for a person that doesn't know how to care for him or herself, because they will take you down with them. There has to be, on their part, a desire to be reached. If that desire isn't there, then you should be careful. Certainly all my students in prison understand that. I mean, grace, that's grace is inexplicable. Grace comes upon us. Tillich has written, I think, quite movingly on this. It just appears. How do you deal with a bigot? I think you can acknowledge the humanity and the suffering of that bigot without in any way embracing the bigotry. One of the things I don't like about cancel culture is that it often, I think, for very minor issues, it completely cuts people off and destroys them. Grace is not engineered. Grace, I mean, good theology, I think, would argue that grace can never be engineered. It's a gift. It comes, and and nobody knows when or why or how. But yes, I would say that we can't be fools, and in a sense, if you seek to build a relationship with somebody who's numb, and I've struggled with PTSD, somebody who because the people who espouse hate deep down inside, Emil Durkheim writes about this, really hate themselves. I mean, Durkheim, when he writes his book on suicide, talks about that people who seek the annihilation of others are driven by desires for self-annihilation. And I think that's true. I think that's right. And when people are driven by a desire for self-annihilation, then they're extremely hard to reach. I would say that, having spent a long time in a prison, and I've been in prison with guys who are, pretty tough guys, what the biggest transformation is when they begin to care for another. And you find the older prisoners often caring for the younger prisoners, watching out for the younger prisoners. And it seems to me that act of caring for another, reaching out towards another, is probably the best route to healing. But look, in my book, America, the Farewell Tour, I spent time with the 3 Percenters, the Proud Boys, and all these. And, when people seek to express that hatred through violence, then really you just got to get out of the way. And because I'm not going to pick up a weapon and respond.